taking care of the students at DNL Labs, the Center for Applied Sciences. So in this presentation today, we will be discussing on how to compile the project report by the students. So at DNL Labs, the Center for Applied Sciences, from all over India, from the different colleges and universities, students used to come here to complete their dissertation work and report work. So it is a very important thing when we are documenting the report scientifically, because the students will be going to submit that report in the colleges and universities. So there is a very systematic things that we used to follow at DNL Labs, because starting, say for example, if the students will be joining for various training programs, they will be taught especially on the different platforms like in microbiology, virology, immunology, biochemistry, molecular diagnostics, and clinical microbiology and industrial microbiology aspects. And because in that duration they will be given some project work. So when they will be performing, or then when they will be doing the project work, and at the end they have to compile the report. So that report should be properly compiled. So I will be specifically talking about how you have to compile the project work. So startingly, it will start with the front pages. So front pages means you have to compile the front pages in such a way so it should reflect your title, then the logo of the university, then your name along with the work where you are doing the work. So say for example, you are here at DNL Labs, so logos and specification of the DNL Labs and the guides and supervisors. Then from DNL Labs you will be given a certificates that you have to put in your report, that will be provided by the laboratory itself. Then after this page you have to give the declarations. The contents of the declarations should be in such a way so that you are declaring, means the candidate is declaring that whatever the data or whatever the work is done, that is being done by the candidate itself, and they have not taken it from any other resources. Acknowledgements, thanks to one and all, like acknowledgement contents should be written in such a way so that it will reflect like you are going to thanks each and everyone who will be helping you out during the project compilation. List of figures, then list of tables, list of abbreviations, these are the contents you have to keep. So the most important thing that should be run in a very systematic algorithm is like what should be your research flow, how you have to compile your project work. Before this one, this should be your contents in the starting, like introduction, review of literature, aims and objectives, materials and methods, results, discussion, conclusion, references, and some other publications, some other specific types of proceedings in the workshop, conference and all, you can also put on the in your project. Starting with the introduction, not more than 2 to 3 pages, right? Introduction means you are introducing the problem. What is the summary of your proposals and what are the various things that you are going to define that problem. That's all. Introductions should not be more than 2 to 3 pages. Review of literatures. Review of literature means past contents. You are searching some of the articles, you are taking some of the contents from short communications, review of literature, some of the research articles, some of the discoverers. You have to write down about the topics, literature of the method, theoretical approach, and some sort of others, things like what can be the proposed this one. Okay, followed by aims and objective. Aim, title of the object, objectives, what you are going to do to fulfill that aim in a very systematic way, that is aims and objective. Methodology, materials and methods should include how you are doing the work. Like first, site of implementation of the work, means where you are working, then what are the various biosafety precautions you are taking, then list of chemicals, list of reagents, list of instruments, list of all these things which you will be utilizing to fulfill your aims and objective, right? So this should come in the methodology. You're designing your research procedures, your kind of data, how you are putting, collection procedures, like for example you are collecting the samples and all, selection and access, some sort of the studies, they will be requiring the ethical clearance from some of the bodies. So it should be at least ethically approved. Some of the projects should be ethically approved. In that thing, you have to at least put that certifications of ethical clearance, some sort of cost and funding. Some projects in DN Labs, the Center for Applied Sciences in Dehradun, they may be some of the funded projects. So you have to at least define from where you are getting those reagents and samples and other things, results. In the results parts, you have to compile only and only results. That's all. Say for example, out of these patients, this is the positivity rate, these are the numbers, these are the things which you came. So results means results only. No discussion part should come in the results. Then your discussion and then conclusions. In discussion, you have to discuss the results. Why these results came in this way, why not that way, what can be the proposed outcome of your results, these may be the new results, how it can be correlated with the other results, why this came. In this way you have to write down the discussion. Conclusions, what is the significance of your projects and what can be the proposed contribution of your projects, your research works to the science and society. So this is the conclusions. In your project work, there may be some of the figures as well as tables. So in the figure, you have to put the figure in such a way, and this is the description of the figure, and the description of the figures, or this is also called as legend of the figure, it should come under the figure. Likewise in table, it should be above the table, right? And citation and reference, Vancouver format for references, you can put, that is the standard, or as per your university's norms, as per your university's guidelines, you can also put the references. So at the end of this project compilations, when you are submitting a hard copy to the laboratory, then only you will get the professional certificates, because at DN Labs we used to provide the 2 certificates, one for the projects and one as a professional certificates. So this is a very important things. So think which is not documented well, it is not considered as done. Thank you very much. So for any queries, you can contact me. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.